It's Friday night. It's Friday Stewards Cup night. This is the final night of year 49. After today, it'll basically be year 50. Is anybody listening to me? Hello? People of the Sim? Hi, everybody. So let's just do some housekeeping to start out. We do have 14 races tonight, and again, there's no MC, so it's just me. And tonight, I went totally crazy and got myself a glass of water. I know, who would have thunk it? Just to recap how my day is going, I'm sure some of you can imagine how it went earlier. It was quite busy. I didn't even get a chance to glance through the results until about 2 hours ago, and then I had to take my kids to swim lessons, and then their father bailed on taking them tonight, so they're here, and that means I had to feed them, and that means that in like 5 minutes pizza's going to be here, which means I'm going to have to throw down the microphone and go pay the pizza guy. And I know it sounds kind of like I'm moaning a bit, because I am. If Dan Kaufman was here, he would say I was fussy. So I'm also at that point in the year, both like the real life year with it being Triple Crown and the sim year with it being week 16, that my hands are falling off. So I'm all wrapped up. Hopefully that'll be good enough. I don't have to do too much typing while I talk, right? So it should be okay. One of my cats is sick and he keeps throwing up on things. I'm just telling you that in case everything randomly shorts out. It's probably because a cat threw up on it. It's going well over here, guys. So first off, let's start with a contest because we have so many game points to give away tonight, and if we don't get rid of them, if we don't give them all away during the broadcast, keep in mind that once I put the kids down, I will be back, unless I fall asleep, which might also happen. So don't hold me to it, but I'll be back to give away the rest. If you won something earlier today, you are still eligible because now it is broadcast time. However, between now and the end of the night, you can only win once. The goal is that everyone's going to win something tonight. That's my goal. I don't mean a Stewards Cup race. There's only 14 of those, so calm down. But I do mean a game point prize. Probably better than a kid. The night is young, Tamara. The night is young. I do hope that you guys appreciated Daybreak this year. I really enjoyed writing it. I'm sorry it kind of got cut short, but I only left out like 4 people, I think. So, and it's not personal, I just ran out of time. Okay. The first question of the night is for 10,000 game points. And the question is, what am I wearing? It sounds dicey, but it's not. It's a really easy question. I'm actually not wearing socks. Nini wins with pajamas! Oh, wait. Nope, Nina won with pajamas! Nina under the wire over Nini. Yes, the instant I got back from swim lessons, it was pajamas on. So 10,000 game points to Nina Olsen. Good job, Nina Olsen. Wait a second, Nina Olsen, you and I are fighting because you should be emceeing right now. Why am I doing this? Oh, wait. Because I've never figured out how to do it. Wah, wah. For another 5,000 game points, this is only 5, guys. The kids are watching a classic Disney movie. Think very classic. What are they watching? What movie are the kids watching? You guys are in the right era with your Snow White and Sleeping Beauty. I'll give you a hint. It makes moms everywhere cry. Every time. Bambi's pretty close, but it's not Bambi. But you're still in the right era. Ooh, David Gray's there, but kind of not. Come on, David. Type faster. I think the chat just exploded. Dumbo is the answer. Good job, David Gray. Dumbo. There's the scene where Dumbo's mommy's in jail and Dumbo gets to go visit her and she sings Baby of Mine and every mom on the planet just starts sobbing. Yeah. So that was for 5,000 game points. Good job. Okay, hun, like, I know you don't feel well, but my keyboard is not where you go. It's just not. So I'm assuming the pizza's going to show up any second, which is like super inconvenient, but I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the upcoming race, which is the turf sprint. Yay, turfy sprinty thing. I'm using that like, oh, hot pizza is on its way. That's pretty cool. Okay, sorry. Distracted by pizza. Wouldn't you be distracted by pizza too? Apparently our stream isn't very good, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, so this is a field of 13. You guys are mean. Ugh. Field of 13 going 5 furlongs. On the turf course here at the spa, it is a beautiful sunny day. I'm like 90% sure. Yeah, there it is. Number 1 is As Evil Descends, a Steward bred that cost $2.2 million. Rafa Usaz owns this one. He has not won since year 48. That was in a grade 2 in Japan. Since then, he's knocking heads with some of the best, such as Ain't Beaten Yet, Rift Storm, Cat Named Boots. So, I mean, he's always kind of right there. Ash, if you just hung up this thing, I'm going to smack you. And I mean that lovingly because I'm not an animal abuser, but maybe in this instance a little bit. Number 2 is Little Turbulence for Steve Levitt. This is a 3-year-old son of Aero Velocity. Steve actually bred this guy, and he is pretty fancy with his 6 for 14 record. Last won week 8 of this year, and then he won 2 races in a row, week 6 and week 8. Those were both listed stakes in Texas, and since then he's been 4th twice. Probably going to be around for a good long time, at least another 2 years. Number 3 is Ain't Beaten Yet, and this is a Steward bred owned by Joey DiPaolo. This guy's won 2 in a row, and both of those were grade 2s. He's 12 or 18 lifetime. This is a son of Time Lord. I'm 99% sure that he's retiring, win, lose, or draw after this race, and that we're all going to breed to him because he's fancily bred and was a good runner. Number 4 is Happy Acting. Another Steward bred, costs $1.1 million. This is a 3-year-old for Trat Severe Peru. This guy is coming off a 3rd place finish in a grade 1 against 2 horses that are in this race. But before that, he actually won the grade 1 Oceanside Dash, which I think is against older horses. So, obviously this guy is in with a shot. He's 7 for 12 lifetime. Number 5 is Gunmetal Gray, and he is a dark gray by Mr. Gray. $2.2 million Steward bred purchase, 9 for 10 lifetime. You'd have to think that this is one of our favorites for Regina Moore, but weirdly enough, those 9 wins all came in a row, and his lone loss was actually last out, and that came in the Patientville Stakes in New York. That was behind Now You See Me, and now you saw him lose. Gunmetal Gray, I mean. Okay, anyway, moving on. Number 6 is Main Street Parade for Louise Bayou. This is a son of Chautauqua. Costs $4.8 million as a yearling, which is a lot for a turf sprinter. He should go over the $1 million mark today because you would assume that he's going to run very well. He's 17 for 24 lifetime and has only been off the board once in those 24 starts. So, yeah, probably going to get a piece of it because he usually does. Last out won the Miami Turf Sprint, and I assume that this guy's going to stud, and I will probably breed to him because I love new turf sprinters. Number 7 is Now You See Me for Nene Hunter, not to be confused with Nina Olson, even though they're basically the same person. This is a son of Fez, costs $5 million as a yearling. Apparently I bred this entire field, almost. This is a half-brother to See You Monday, I think. Hold on, I don't want to be wrong. I don't like being wrong. I was right. But by Fez, who Nene owns and was awesome himself. 8 for 15 lifetime, $500,000 earned, coming off a win in that Patientville Stakes over Gunmetal Gray and Happy Acting. But before that, he lost to Ain't Beaten Yet. So obviously, these horses just kind of beat each other up. Yeah, let's all guilt trip Nina into doing her work. How about Ash's Silks? That have been there for like 3 weeks. Not that I'm like grumpy at you or anything, because I'm not. Okay, number 8 is Jack of All Trades, another Steward bred. This one by Jacking Around, cost $2.1 million. Xander Zone owns him. 10 for 20 lifetime, which is pretty awesome. $500,000 earned, coming off of a second place finish behind Ain't Beaten Yet. But before that, he did win the Capel.com Turf Stakes, which Gigi Go Faster sponsored. He's always just... Oh, pizza! I was like, who's knocking on my door and why? Be right back. Okay, hopefully everyone can still hear me now that I'm back. And I've got dinner in my face. Actually not, it's next to the bed. Tell me if you can hear me. Hello? Anybody? Oh, goody. Yes, sorry, I've not eaten yet, but I now possess my dinner, which is actually going to be a question coming up. Oh, gosh, we gotta go faster. It's only 1 minute to post time. Number 9. Did I skip number 8? No, I didn't. Number 9 is Gigi Go Faster's homebred Faraway Day, and this guy has won 2 races in a row. He's 5 for 18 lifetime. He is a 4-year-old by Air Spinell. Number 10 is As Loki Ascends for Doug Como. I bred this one. He's by As Loki Falls. $1.4 million purchase coming off of a win in the Group 1 Prix-Longchamp. Has won 3 in a row, and this horse is very alive, in my opinion, because he's doing very well and peaking at the right time. Number 11 is Phaedrus for James Burns. This guy has earned just under $1 million, 12 for 24 lifetime. He's a son of Reckoner, and he's fancy and cute, and has run a 100 speed figure, which is kind of aggressive. Number 12 is the horse that we all love, and that is Rogue for Laura Smith. This is a homebred. Oh man, if Laura Smith wins with like one of the 2 homebreds, that'd be really annoying. I love you. This filly is clearly one of the best ever. She's 13 for 18 lifetime. She has kind of like kind of tailed off, kind of not really, because she ran third in a grade 1, second in a grade 2, and third in a grade 2, and those were against boys. So, like, cut her some slack, kind of. Before that, she did win the Desert Turf Sprint earlier this year, and she won that by 4 lengths. She was super impressive. Boys, girls, doesn't matter. She could have run in the girls' race. I think the 5 furlong distance kind of suits her, so that's why she's here. And number 13 is Make This About Me for Dave McKay. This guy has won a whole bunch of races in a row. 5 races in a row. 13 for 23 lifetime. And yeah, cost $3.9 million. Pretty good. And now I'm going to try and find the page that shows me the race chart so that I could call it, because that's a thing that I should do. That sad song's playing right now. It's too sad. I can't handle it. Seriously, where did I put the broadcasting page? It's not that hard. Found it. Okay, post time for the Stewards Cup Turf Sprint. Quick, somebody turn off the betting. They're off in the year 49 Stewards Cup Turf Sprint, and it was a great break for all except for Faraway Day. Gunmetal Gray shows speed, joined by Make This About Me, and then Now You See Me. Ain't Beaten Yet in Rogue. Jack of All Trades, Little Turbulence as Loki ascends. Main Street Parade and Faraway Day, then Happy Acting Phaedrus and As Evil Descends is the early trailer as they go whipping around the turn, and the pace is very fast. Gunmetal Gray is the leader, and he leads by 4. Make This About Me chasing second. Now You See Me third. Ain't Beaten Yet right there with Rogue outside. Jack of All Trades and Little Turbulence. Main Street Parade, they're at the top of the stretch. Gunmetal Gray, but his lead's down to 3.5. Make This About Me trying to close. Now You See Me's done. Here comes Ain't Beaten Yet. The Philly Rogue is all out on the outside. Make This About Me can't do enough. Ain't Beaten Yet is closing. Rogue's right there, but Gunmetal Gray had too much in the end, and Gunmetal Gray is going to dart under the wire to win by 2. Ain't Beaten Yet second. Rogue was third. Make This About Me fourth, and then Now You See Me was fifth. The official winner is Gunmetal Gray. He's a 3-year-old gray colt by Mr. Gray out of Made of Steel by Asdawar. He was bred by the steward, and Regina Moore paid $2.2 million to get him at auction. This is his 10th win in 11 starts. Next up, we have the something something race. The Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Dirt Mile. Post time is in 6 minutes, but I really want to bite of my dinner, so you're just going to be patient while I do that, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. pop quiz for 15,000 game points. That's right, 15. What am I eating for dinner? You may think that this is an easy question, and it might be, but it's not. Pizza is not the answer. I got my kids' pizza. I did order something from the place, though. And it's really good. Like, it's so good. Porridge? That is not on the same line. Mel Langford with hot wings. I am eating hot wings. And they're so good. So instead of doing like a whole big preview on this race, let's just go over it really quickly. The defending champion in here is What a Feeling, owned by Eugene Ferguson. She's earned $1.7 million, which towers over the rest of the field, but there are other lovely fillies in here. Chris Bobby has All My Memories, who was an expensive Steward bred. I say expensive, but I don't actually know. Maybe I'm getting this one back. Hold on. Yeah, my bad. Not expensive. Just don't listen to me. I'm lame. Todd Lucas has She Loves a Ghost on the outside. I remember breeding that one and thinking, I love that one. It's so good. She is 6 for 15 lifetime. 10 for 10 on Fly Me to the Moon for Matt Feldman. Never been beaten. So I think the question is, how good is Fly Me to the Moon? And can she beat the defending champ? What a Feeling. Xander Zone's got 3 in here. So yeah. Did you guys get your bets in? In case you're wondering, Dumbo's drunk right now. Disney's so weird. It's post time for the Filly and Mare Dirt Mile, the second race on the program. Fillies and Mares, 3-year-olds and up, going a mile on the dirt for $1.5 million. Excuse me, a field of 8. The admin fixed the reload thing that I was whining about yesterday. That's so nice of him. They're off. Bad start for All My Memories, who goes right down to the lead, to her knees, and Fly Me to the Moon also stumbled at the beginning, but She Loves a Ghost is out quickly. Hide My Heart, All My Memories is now rushed up, then the path leads. California Hello, Political Uproar, Fly Me to the Moon after the bad start, and What a Feeling is the trailer early, so the pace is quick. Hide My Heart now has the lead over She Loves a Ghost, and those two are dueling with All My Memories 3 wide. The path leads is 2 back, then California Hello, Fly Me to the Moon picks up a spot, Political Uproar, and What a Feeling is still the trailer. They run down the backside, and they've got just over half a mile left to go. Hide My Heart and She Loves a Ghost, All My Memories, now She Loves a Ghost puts her head back in front, and those 3 are still right together. Fly Me to the Moon has been closing steadily throughout. She's up into 4th now. The path leads. What a Feeling is coming on, and California Hello, they're at the top of the lane, and now Fly Me to the Moon has taken over. She Loves a Ghost tries to go with her. Hide My Heart, and here comes What a Feeling on the outside. What a Feeling is just blitzing past all of them, and What a Feeling is going to run away to defend her title in the Filly and Mare Dirt Mile. What a Feeling to win by 2. Fly Me to the Moon is beaten for the first time second, then She Loves a Ghost, Hide My Heart, and All My Memories. The official winner is What a Feeling. She's a 4-year-old black filly by Vortex out of Ghostwalker by Sword. She was bred by the Steward and is owned by Eugene Ferguson. This is her, being What a Feeling, not Eugene's, 9th win in 15 starts. And her companion cat is named Playpal. Oh, it's a goat. Whatever, I was on the right track. Weirdly enough, this is Eugene's 3rd win in this race. Like, you probably guys aren't like, oh, Eugene, yeah, we go way back. But this is where he excels. Next up, we have the Filly and Mare Turf Sprint. And this is 5 furlongs on the grass for girls. They're going for $1.5 million, and we have a field of 9. Number 1 on the rail is Happy Family, owned by Jack Meyer. This filly is actually named after one of the saddest songs that you could possibly listen to. 7 for 11 lifetime, and she's coming off a victory in the Arcadia Filly Dash. Number 2 is Cat Named Boots for Brian Levitt. This is a homebred by Mr. Gray. Okay, I feel like an idiot, but I kind of forgot Mr. Gray existed, and he sired Gunmetal Gray, and now this one too, and this one's 15 for 19 lifetime. It's pretty good. Coming off a win in the Island Fashion Stakes. Has won 4 out of the last 5 starts, but that one loss came to See You Soon in the Oceanside Ladies Dash 2-back. Yeah, 1.4 million earned. Number 3 is After the Fire for Amy Atkins, a homebred by Todd out of Witch. And you may recall Witch because she earned $1.1 million for Amy Atkins, and she won this race probably? No, I completely made that up. No, I didn't. Stewards Cup Filly Turf Dash in year 42. So that was a 2-year-old race, but it still counts. Number 4 is Feats of Strength, and this is the Scott Island horse that won the Stewards Cup Filly Turf Dash last year. Danny Derby's campaigning this one. This is a daughter of Time Lord out of Festivus, and she did win 4 in a row over between last year and this year, but she has not won since. Oh no, did Susie do that thing where she forgot to enter like one of the best horses in the game, the Stewards Cup? Oh dear, she did, didn't she? What a nightmare. Okay, anyway, sorry. She lost to NTU twice earlier this year in Grade 1 races, and then was like really kind of not great in the Atlantis Dash, but that was against boys last out, I think, pretty sure. 6 for 12 lifetime, and ran a 90 speed figure earlier this year. Number 5 is See You Soon, and this is a daughter of Sepia Tint. Laura Smith campaigns this one, and I'm pretty sure she smells blood after losing with Rogue in the last race. This girl is 7 for 12 lifetime and has never been worse than 3rd. 2 seconds and 3/3. $500,000 earned, and did run a 90 speed figure against boys, just 3 back. So you know that she's legit. Excuse me. It's pretty early in the night for this to be happening. Okay, hold on. I'm going to mute it. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. I sound a little bit froggy. Number 6 is Say How You Feel. Nikki Everdeen owns this one. Cost $2 million, 10 for 18 lifetime. Coming off 2 straight second place finishes, but before that had won 4 in a row. So always right there. Only been off the board once in 18 tries. Number 7 is Cannot Be Apart for Carl Smythe. This filly is 13 for 18 lifetime. Has run a 100 speed figure, but that was as a 2-year-old. She is now 4. Cannot Be Apart, coming off a second place finish behind Happy Family last out, but before that won the Blow Your Mind Stakes, in which she did defeat Rogue. Number 8 is Heavenly Harmony. Gigi Go Faster owns this one. She's a 3-year-old daughter of As Loki Falls, 4 for 13 lifetime, has not won since week 10, and that was a grade 3, was 3rd in the Oceanside Ladies Dash 2-back, and was 5th in the Green Dash Stakes last out. Number 9, and the I was going to say the trailer, but that's not what I mean. Rounding out the field, number 9 is Silver Taps for Needy Hunter. This is a homebred, another one by Fez. 9 for 16 lifetime, almost $800,000 earned, coming off of a win in the Grade 3 Clare Stakes. Last year ran in this race and finished 4th, so clearly, like, good in this company, you know what I mean? So we have 3 more minutes to go, and I'm gonna eat more chicken wings. Whatever, stop judging me, I'm hungry. Okay, it's really not going great, like, throat-wise, so it's kind of unfortunate. Kind of keep hoping that it'll go away, but it's not. So I'm going to get up and go get a stronger drink. I'm going to move from water to bubbly water, and then I'll be back and call the race. They're off in the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf Sprint, and it was a good break for all 9 runners. Cat named Boots goes out to the early lead. See you soon. And then feats of strength. Cannot be apart. Say how you feel. After the fire. Silver taps. Happy family. And the early trailer is Heavenly Harmony as they go whipping around the turn. It is Cat named Boots leading by a half length with See you soon putting the pressure on. Those two are too clear of feats of strength. Cannot be apart is fourth. Then say how you feel. Silver taps. After the fire. Happy family. And they're into the stretch with Cats named Boots leading by a length. See you soon trying to get to that one. Feats of strength is closing well. Say how you feel and cannot be apart. After the fire making up ground, but none of them are really closing on Cat named Boots. Cat named Boots is still scooting away with plenty left in the stretch. Feats of strength up second. See you soon's back third. Then say how you feel, but it's all Cat named Boots in the Stewards Cup Billy and Mare Turf Sprint. Cat named Boots wins. Feats of strength second. See you soon. Say how you feel and after the fire. The official winner is Cat Named Boots. She's a 4-year-old gray filly by Mr. Gray, so apparently he's really good. Out of Paid to Dance by Silent Jig. This is a homebred for Brian Levitt, and she is 16 for 20 lifetime. And she has a companion cat named Sylvia. Why not Boots? I don't get it. Next up is the Stewards Cup Sprint. We will be doing the speed version of this because I'm really having trouble with my voice. So in this race, we have 12 runners, and all eyes will be on one look back for Xander Zone, 17 for 18 lifetime, coming off of a loss, which is like super weird because he'd won all those races in a row and then he ran against Calbreds and lost. I think I complained about that before, that I woke up to a text from Xander about it, and I was like, wait, what do you mean he lost? Because that was crazy. So he's obviously the big favorite in here, but this race is full of super amazing standouts. Decency, another Xander Zone horse, has earned 2.3 million, 14 for 19 lifetime. King of Stars for Gigi Go Faster. He's only a 3-year-old and he's 10 for 12 lifetime with 2 second place finishes. Kinetic for Brianna McKenzie is a 4-year-old. He's earned 2.1 million. And then the other millionaires in the race are Xander's Make Me a Million, Michelle Calderoni's Wilder and Free, and Spiritus Invictus for Jake Peters. And that one was bred by Nick Gilmore. But those aren't those are just the millionaires. There's also Abe Froman's got Dignify, and that's a super fancy bred 3-year-old who's 7 for 11 lifetime. And there was another one, Caught Your Eye, is 7 for 10 lifetime for Telia Ichinari. I think I've said them all except for Settle for Me. Owned by Danny Derby. What? What? Okay, I'll come turn it on. Okay, I have a bad feeling that the Lorax is going to end during, like, the distaff, but okay, be right back. Very hard to do this with kids and a no voice. 1 minute to go before post time for the Stewards Cup Sprint. Make sure you get your bets in because it's only at 13,000 right now and I'm not calling it if it doesn't get to 40. It is post time for the Stewards Cup Sprint. You guys got it to 30,000, so I'll cut you some slack. A field of 12 going 6 furlongs on the dirt for $3 million. They're off in the sprint, and it was a good start for all save for... No, they all broke well. Starting over. They're off in the sprint. Good start for all 12 runners. Decency shows speed, Wilder and Free, and Caught Your Eye, then Kinetic. Make My Million, One Look Back, and King of Stars, then Looks Wicked, Spiritus Invictus, Settle for Me, Plenty of Fire, and Dignify is the surprising early trailer. The pace is pretty quick with Decency leading, Wilder and Free pressing that one, and those two kick away. Caught Your Eye is third, then Kinetic, and Make My Million. Spiritus Invictus has split the field. One Look Back is in seventh. Looks Wicked, King of Stars, Settle for Me, Plenty of Fire, and Dignify is still the trailer. They're coming to the top of the lane, and Decency still has a length and a half lead, trying to kick away. Wilder and Free has cracked. Kinetic can't do enough. Here comes King of Stars, One Look Back, and the closer. Spiritus Invictus is there too. It's a whole different race shape now. King of Stars and One Look Back. Here, Spiritus Invictus and Decency still trying to hold on. It's going to be a three-way photo in the sprint on the line. Decency was fourth, Kinetic fifth, then Wilder and Free, and Caught Your Eye. The official winner of the Stewards Cup Sprint, by a nose, was Spiritus Invictus. He's a 4-year-old black colt by If Looks Could out of Ominous Spiritus by DeLorean. He was bred by Nick Gilmore and is owned by Jake Peters. He is 13 for 17 lifetime and has a cat named Mama Bones. That's pretty cute. Next up, we have the Filly and Mare Turf Mile. Post time is in 8 minutes. Quick rundown of the field. One of the best fillies in training is actually not in this race. She's in the boys' version of the race, which I found interesting. Rebecca Rose Hepburn has set apart this dream in here on the outside. She's going to have a lot to do, though, to defeat the Millionaires Paramore and Silence Has Fallen and Every Little Helps, who won this race last year from Norman Architecture. Stars Themselves, who was second last year, is not here, but Silence Has Fallen, who was third last year, is here, obviously. And she dead heated for the win in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf as a 2-year-old with Dreams Are Horses. Let's see, other standouts in this race. Stormy Peak has around 1 a.m. This horse will be making her 30th start. And Fanta has Kickstart My Heart, who's 5 for 10 lifetime. Look at Written in the Stars for Glenn Larson, 8 for 10 lifetime. This is a very excellent group of fillies. Post time is in 7 minutes. 2 minutes to post for the Filly and Mare Turf Mile. Field of 10, get your bets in. It is post time for the Filly and Mare Turf Mile. Field of 10, set to go a mile on the grass for $2 million. We are giving you fillies way too much money. Go run against the boys. The betting pool is closed. Nope, get away. Sorry, cat on the mic. They're off. It was a perfect start for all 10 runners, and the pace is going to be fast as Set Apart This Dream goes right to the front. Every Little Help joins her, and those two are dueling early. Paramore settles back third. Silence Has Fallen around 1 a.m. Kickstart My Heart, Dreaming of Joey. Distant Secret, Written in Stars, and Alone in Silence is the early trailer. So they turn it down the backstretch, and Every Little Helps has her neck in front. Set Apart This Dream, pressing that one. Paramore is a length off of them, and 3 lengths back to Silence Has Fallen. Around 1 a.m. splits the field. Written in Stars, Kickstart My Heart, Distant Secret, Dreaming of Joey, and Alone in Silence is the trailer by 4. About 10 lengths front to back, Set Apart This Dream is now back in front, leading around the far turn with Every Little Help second. They've got 2 lengths on Silence Has Fallen, who pushes past Paramore, and Paramore can't go with her. Kickstart My Heart's coming on, Written in Stars and Distant Secret. They're at the top of the lane, and Set Apart This Dream has been there every step of the way. Every Little Helps can't get by, and here comes Silence Has Fallen, bowling her way in between them. Set Apart This Dream, Silence Has Fallen, Every Little Helps, but Silence Has Fallen is running the big one today. Silence Has Fallen gets her second Stewards Cup win. Set Apart This Dream will be second, Every Little Helps third, and Paramore was fourth. The official winner is Silence Has Fallen. She's a 4-year-old bay filly by Lion of Sinnet out of Silence's Bliss by Florida Keys. She's owned by Ashley Gibson and is bred by me. 10 wins and 17 starts, and she has a companion cat named Lily. And I do recall earlier today, Ashley texted me and was like, I'm in the hospital about to have emergency gallbladder surgery. Hope I win a Stewards Cup race. And I was like, yeah. Do you even have a horse running? So I laughed when this one won. Good on you, Ashley. Hope you feel better. Enjoy your Percocet. Next up is the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile, a field of 8, because I can read. I don't know, I find this field, this probably rude, but I wasn't that impressed by them. I don't know who isn't here that should be, but maybe the Dirt Miler boys just are kind of mediocre at the moment. There's some nice ones, obviously. There's nice 3-year-olds like Gonzo for P-Sun and Spendthrift for Louis Bayou, but both of those have losses where they kind of shouldn't have losses, Dream and Shades won a Stewards Cup way back when, but he's 5 now and he's kind of tailing off, and Dubai Touchdown's related to a million Stewards Cup winners, but he's 6 now, so. Plus, if Ashley Gibson went back to back on a day that she had surgery, well, that's just cheating, probably. We'll get back to this one. Post time is in 8 minutes. 5 minutes to post. We haven't been ahead of schedule all weekend, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know if I mentioned what this horse on the rail, Safe from Fire. She's a filly. Why is she here? Probably because the filly race was a lot tougher than this one. Anyway, Laura Ferguson has that one. And she did win a Stewards Cup race yesterday with a miler named Fight Flame with Fire, which I somehow got through calling that one without messing up. For a headshot. A headshot, a headshot, a headshot. Which you don't have to use on a headshot, but we'd appreciate it if you did. For a headshot, name the horse that ran the fastest dirt mile of all time. Like Stewards Cup dirt mile. I don't know if it's the fastest dirt mile in history. Come on, Pete. Come on, Pete. You can do it. Okay, you're both fired. Pete and Laura, you can show yourselves right out. Pete, you are the winner. Good job. Like 3 different people spelled it incorrectly. And the horse is named all of time. It's not like the horse is named Atwada or something. It's just all of time. It's not that hard. 3 minutes to post. It is post time for the Stewards Cup dirt mile. Yeah, it's on the table. Oh my gosh, that child's eaten 3 slices of pizza already. Stewards Cup, dirt mile, field of 8, going a mile. They're off, and it was a perfect break in the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile. Disaster Artist is away quickly, and no one wants to go with that one, so Disaster Artist right out to the front end and unchallenged. Safe from Fire, the filly, Make Your Mark, and Dragon and Pegasus, then Gonzo, Dream and Shade, Spendthrift, and Dubai Touchdown is the early trailer. They go sweeping up to the backstretch, and Disaster Artist is winging out here, leading by 5. Safe from Fire is second, Make Your Mark third, then Dragon and Pegasus and Gonzo, those two right together with Dream and Shades outside. Then comes Spendthrift and 2.5 lengths back to Dubai Touchdown. That one would have a dozen to make up, and they've got a half mile left to go. It is Disaster Artist, but he's only leading by 3 now. Here comes Gonzo threading his way between the field. Spendthrift is hot on his heels. The filly Safe from Fire is done. Make Your Mark and Dragon and Pegasus. Dubai Touchdown needs to get going. They're at the top of the lane, and Gonzo takes over the lead. Spendthrift is second. Disaster Artist tries to go with them. Safe from Fire and Dubai Touchdown, but it is Gonzo, and he is Gonzo. In the Stewards Cup Dirt Mile, he's going to win by 3. Gonzo cruises to the wire, Spendthrift second, Disaster Artist third, then Safe from Fire and Dubai Touchdown. The official winner is Gonzo. He's a 3-year-old black colt by Cyberman out of Burning Beauty by Burning Beast. He is owned and bred by Pei Sun, and this is his 7th win in 9 starts. I remember Burning Beauty. She won just under $1 million. And she was 4th in this race. I really thought she'd won it. But alas, she did not. Next up is the filly and mare turf. We have a field of 13 here. I'm going to talk about them slowly. Very slowly. Number 1 is Seen from the Sky. Mike Eaton owns this one. It's a Steward bred. She's 3 for 13 lifetime. This one's by Halley's Comet. I don't know why I said it that way. Was 3rd last out in the Kentucky Crown Ladies Turf. Number 2 is What We Don't Say. Mike Springer owns this one and paid $1.4 million for her. She's a daughter of Buttermint, which is something I could definitely use in my life right now after all those chicken wings. 4 for 14 lifetime, coming off a win in the Ava Stakes. Number 3 is Like a Ghost, and she will be retiring after this race. This is a daughter of the Opera Ghost out of the Great Mare Shahira. Danny Derby's campaigning her for me, and she has been really annoying. Granted, he ran her in the Arc, which I would not have personally chosen to do. Before that, she did win the Irish Oaks, and earlier this year, she won the Louisville Bun Barrette. But last year, she was kind of useless. She was 4th in the Stewards Cup, so hopefully she improves on that today. Win, lose, or draw, next year, you can buy her yearlings at auction. Well, you know what I mean. Year after that. Whatever. Number 4 is Our Very Last Kiss. Patrick O'Malley, the star of the dancing segment of Daybreak this year, is the owner. This filly is 6, but honestly, she's been around so long, it feels like she's about 30. 20 for 27 lifetime. This is a great mare. It'd be great to see her go out with a win here. She did win this race last year. She won by a head over Black Comet, who is also in this race, and she was on a win streak of 8 straight races. She ran against the boys 2 back in the King George and lost. She was 3rd, though, behind Fireproof and Night's Quiet, and both of those runners are in the turf, and then she did rebound to win her Grade 1 prep race. Next up is Run Wild for Nina Olson. This is the 3-year-old daughter of the Great Titanic. She is 5 for 9 lifetime. She was 2nd in the Stewards Cup Bun Barrette last year, and since then has added the Valley Station Stakes, for some reason, is coming in off an allowance victory, which I kind of thought was weird at first, but now I'm thinking that was kind of a really smart move. It'll be interesting to see if she retires or runs on, because I think she'd be perfectly lovely running at 4, but she's worth so much money as a broodmare. Next up, we have Moscow. Randall Allen owns this one. Out of Ryan Whitehead's Great Mare Restored Royalty. They must have done a swap or something. They're buddies. Stalingrad's the sire. This one's coming off of a win in the Beverly B Stakes. And the only worry about that is that that was week 12, day 1. So this is an especially long break. 7 for 12 lifetime. This mare has earned over $1 million. Number 7 is My Heart Is Yours. Laura Ferguson owns this one. This filly is by the great Toko, coming off of a 5th place finish in a grade 1. But before that, she did defeat the males in the Secretariat Derby. 5 for 8 lifetime. Number 8 is Love Without Limit. This filly is 6 for 8 lifetime. Kent Saunders owns. This is a daughter of Liam. She was 4th last out against older horses, but she did win the Virginia Oaks 2-back and the International Oaks 3-back. So she's pretty good because last year she won the Bunbarret. Will be looking to defend her title. Number 9 is Black Comet, another daughter of Haley's Comet. Leanne Anderson, homebred. I'm pretty much obsessed with this horse and want her to win everything ever, and I want to own her. Last year, she was 2nd by a head in the Stewards Cup. Since then, all she has done is win 6 in a row, including 3 Grade 1 races, including one over the boys, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Point being, she's the bomb. And I want to buy her. I might have already bought her. I don't remember. I just know I love her. Number 10 is Oh So Well. This is a John Exet homebred by Black Tide out of Kismet's Moon by Bucking Trends. This is a very John pedigree. This filly was 3rd last out behind Black Comet in the Flower Pot Handicap. She did win a pair of graded stakes earlier this year. She has won half of her 14 lifetime starts, and she won the Bunbarret last year. Well, apparently she did. Oh, that was, yeah, last year. I don't remember that at all. Sorry, John. Number 11 is Tell Me a Secret. Scott Island bred this one, and now Allie Hedgestone is campaigning her. She is a gray daughter of Two-Toned out of the great mare Manda, 9 for 12 lifetime. Coming in this race off of a win in the Grade 1 Golden Gift Stakes. Before that was 3rd behind Black Comet and What We Don't Say. For some reason, this animal's only made 4 starts this year. Last year, she was 4th in the Stewards Cup Filly and Mare Turf. And by 4 starts, I mean 3. This will be her 4th start. Number 12 is With Flair for Carl Smythe. This is a daughter of Atoko out of the awesome Mare With Care. She has been 2nd in 2 straight races. And before that, she had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, 4 in a row. 6 for 15 lifetime. She will retire after tonight. Last but not least is Grand Cross for Brian Lovett. This is a daughter of Stalingrad out of Clobberella, and you may remember Clobberella. She was kind of the bomb and earned $700,000, and she was good. I was trying to see what grade 1 she won, but I got over it. That's your field for the Filly and Mare Turf. Field of 13 going 1.25 miles in 2 minutes. It is post time for the Stewards Cup filly and mare turf. The betting pool is closed. They're off. Like a Ghost was one step slow, and Grand Cross stumbled very badly, but the rest were away well, and it is Black Comet who goes to the lead, joined by My Heart Is Yours and Moscow, with Flair, Run Wild, and those five all have early speed, and they leave the rest of the field behind. What We Won't Say, Tell Me a Secret, and Love Without Limit, then Like a Ghost, Grand Cross, Oh So Well, Our Very Last Kiss is second last, and Seen from the Sky is the early trailer. So it is a hot pace up front. Black Comet on the lead with My Heart Is Yours there too. Moscow and with Flair then Run Wild. 2 lengths back to What We Won't Say, Tell Me a Secret, and Love Without Limit. Like a Ghost, Grand Cross, Oh So Well, Our Very Last Kiss, and Seen from the Sky is the trailer as they turn down the backside. Black Comet, now she shakes clear. Black Comet, she leads by a length and is no longer being challenged. Moscow takes back second, Run Wild is third. With Flair could not go without hot pace, she's fourth. My Heart Is Yours, then What We Won't Say. Like a Ghost is 3 off of that one. Tell Me a Secret, and Love Without Limit, then Grand Cross, Oh So Well, Our Very Last Kiss would have a dozen lengths to make up, and Seen from the Sky is the trailer. They've got half a mile left to go, and Black Comet leads by 2. Run Wild is up in the second now and trying to gain ground. Moscow is done with Flair and My Heart Is Yours. Here come the closers, Like a Ghost, Oh So Well, and Tell Me a Secret. Those 3 are coming on. They're coming down the stretch, and Black Comet's trying to hold on. Tell Me a Secret up second, Like a Ghost, and here's Oh So Well between horses. Now she's swung out wide. Black Comet, Tell Me a Secret, Oh So Well is running them down, and Oh So Well is going to blow up the filly and mare turf. Oh So Well will win by a length. Black Comet second, Tell Me a Secret third, then Like a Ghost, and Love Without Limit. The official winner is Oh So Well. This is a 4-year-old Dark Bay filly by Black Tide out of Kismet's Moon by Bucking Trends. She is a homebred for John Exet, and this is her 8th win in 1915 starts. I definitely have never heard of this horse before in my life, except for that when she won the Louisville Bunbred, I probably called it. So, just kidding. Next up is the filly and mare sprint. Post times in 7 minutes. 8 horses going to go 7 furlongs for $2 million. And we will talk about them after a break. Okay, time to talk about the filly and mare sprint. On the rail is the awesome filly Sensational. And I figured out why I'm so confused, because I'm like, how is this filly 3? She's been on the track for 1,000 years, but I'm thinking of her damn sweet Sensation, who was really, really good, and now here's her daughter. Last year, this filly ran against the boys in the 2-year-old sprint championship and only lost by a neck. Since then, she is unbeaten. She does draw the rail, 9 for 12 lifetime with 3 second-place finishes, and we all love Darcy McBride, so good luck to you. Number 2 is This Is Our Home for Mike Larson. This one cost $2 million. Ran against boys last out and lost in the Fog Stakes and did run third. A filly actually won that race, so there's that. Hasn't won since week 9 of this year, but that was a grade 2 against older mares, and she's 4, so never mind, forget that I said that. Next up is Take a Long Look. Steve Levitt owns this one. It was bred by Art Vandelay, 12 for 18 lifetime. This one did win a Steward's Cup 2 years ago, back when she was unbeaten, I think. She hasn't been the same horse as she was when she was 2 and 3, but she used to be the best of her generation. And we've already seen an If Looks Good win today. So will we see another one? Number 4 is That First Smile, Brandon McKenzie homebred. Be pretty messed up if Brandon McKenzie didn't win one of the sprint races, because that always happens. This one's by her stallion, So It Appears, coming off a second-place finish in the Canadian Challenge. Before that, had won 4 in a row, including the Sim 4.0 sprint over the boys. Number 5 is Here's a Thought for Ash Valley. 95% sure that this horse either just got a headshot or is about to get a headshot. I know I've seen this name. Coming off 2 straight victories. One of those was an allowance. 10 for 25 lifetime. This is a 6-year-old mare. She's a hard knocker. Has only been off the board 8 times in 25 starts. Number 6, not 8, looking as hard, is Velocity, and this is Keith Maidlow, a Keith Maidlow runner. She did win the Stewards Cup Juvenile Filly Sprint last year. 12 for 14 lifetime. Her 2 losses, one came behind That First Smile, and the other came behind Sensational. So again, fillies beating each other up. Mike Bryant bred this one, and clearly she's kind of the bomb. Highest speed figure in her life is a 91. Number 7 is the Great Mare, Her Crispiness Ness. I say she's great because her name is Her Crispiness Ness. She won this race last year by a nose over Inspired, and that was a huge surprise. But since then, she's gone on to be undefeated this year. She's won 6 in a row, and Art Cage owns and bred. And did I mention that her name is Her Crispiness Ness? Number 8 rounds out the field, and this is Kissin' Stairwells for Pete Vella. I almost said Pete Steward. You wish, Pete. Robespierre is the sire of this $2 million purchase. 14 for 18 lifetime. Has won 4 in a row and 6 of her last 7. Very legitimate filly, but has run mostly in grade 3 competition. Has not challenged the best of the best this year, but that's okay because she has not been overly extended either. She did run an 89 last out. That's your field for the filly and mare sprint. 7 furlongs on the dirt, post time in 1 minute. It is post time for the filly and mare sprint. A field of 8 set to go, 7 furlongs. They're off, and it was an awful start for Sensational along the rail. Sensational right down to her nose. She gets up now and tries to go with the leader, and that is Velocity. Take a long look on the outside, then her Crispiness Nest, Kissing Stairwells, and Here's a Thought. That First Smile, and This Is Our Home is the early trailer. It is Velocity leading by a length. Sensational chasing her after the bad start. 2 lengths back to Take a Long Look. Then comes her Crispiness Nest, the defending champion. Here's a Thought, Kissing Stairwells, That First Smile, and This Is Our Home is the trailer as they come to the top of the lane. Velocity is still leading. She's got the lead by a length. Sensational is trying her heart out to get to her. 2 lengths back to Take a Long Look. That First Smile is closing, and Kissing Stairwells there too. But Velocity is all out, and Velocity is going to prove to be a tough customer today. Velocity, she's 2 in front, and she's cruising to the wire. Sensational is second, holding off That First Smile for third. Kissing Stairwells fourth, and then Take a Long Look. The official winner is Velocity. She's a 3-year-old black filly by Walk-Off Grand Slam out of Blink Fast by Quicker Than Light. She was bred by Mike Bryant and is owned by Keith Maidlow. This is her 13th win in 15 starts. Join us next year on Steward's Cup Rivalries, Velocity versus a good starting Sensational. Next up, we do have the Turf Mile. Always one of the best races on the whole day. Field of 8 here. Number 1 is close to the best for Garland Farms. This $1.7 million purchase has actually earned back 2.6, has run a 99 speed figure, and is 12 for 15 lifetime. So this is a super legit animal. Last year was one of the favorites for the Turf Mile and lost by a nose to Keep Us Close, who has since been retired, I think. Coming off of a loss, though, worst effort of his career, behind Between the Stars and Sounds Grand. Number 2 is Leave No Stone, owned by Christophe Desjardins, coming off a win in a confidence-boosting non-winners of 4. 2 back won the Prix de Mont Saint-Michel, and before that, lost to Sia in the English 2000 Guineas. Number 3 is Sia, and this is a 3-year-old filly. She did not go in the fillies race. She is here instead. This is the daughter of Shalom, which makes her related to like a dozen Stewards Cup winners. Coming off a win in the Upside Downs Million. Before that, she lost the Palace of St. States behind Of the Great Ones, but she had won the Irish 1000 Guineas, the English 2000 Guineas. She won the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf last year by a neck over Kickstart My Heart. If she wins this today, she'll be one of, 3 defending champions to come back and win today? So, get off of me. Number 4 is Little Constance. Laura Ferguson owns this one. I want to say that this one won a Stewards Cup 2 years ago. Son of Worldwide Fame, out of the mare Constantly, coming off of a win in the Grade 1 Prix Benjamin Franklin, 9 for 15 lifetime and 1.4 million earned. This one is not getting worse as time goes on, is just getting better and continues to battle with some of the best of its generation. Number 5 is Shattering Hearts for DM Henderson. This Steward bred by Shatterdome costs $1.4 million and has earned back just under $1 million. 7 for 9 lifetime, absolutely legitimate shot to win here today. 2 back did win the Grade 1 Burns Memorial. Number 6 is White Josh, named for the show Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, not for anything weird. Danny Derby homebred by Distant Dream out of Doomed Hearts. Wasn't that a good one? Doomed Hearts. Won $500,000 and ran second in the Stewards Cup as a 2-year-old. White Josh is coming off a 4th place finish behind, Between the Stars, Close to the Best, those horses. Before that, had won an allowance race. Last stakes win for White Josh did come week 15 of last year, but that was a Grade 1 in Australia. Number 7 is Between the Stars, and this is a 4-year-old white colt by Distant Dream out of the Mighty Mare Memento Mori, one of the best ever. 9 for 16 lifetime for this Rebecca Rose Hepburn runner, and he is the one that did win the Wellspring Stakes, and I'm 95% sure that Rebecca Rose Hepburn literally sponsored a race called Fart, so that on this broadcast I will say that 2 back Between the Stars won the Fart Stakes. Number 8, rounding out the field, is Send Your Regards for Sten Reno Håkansson. This son of old Dan cost $4 million and has earned back 2.5. Did win the Toronto Mile 2-back and has won 3 stakes in a row. Last year was 7th in this race, but did win the Grade 1 Dubai Millennium Mile over Paramore. And that is your field for the Stewards Cup Turf Mile. Please make your bets 5 minutes to post. One minute to post. Make sure you get your bets in. Only 5 more races after this one. And then the year is over. It is post time for the Turf Mile. A field of 8 set to go a mile on the grass worth $2.5 million. They're off in the turf mile, and stablemates Between the Stars and Sia broke away well together. Little Constance stumbled, but the rest were away well. It is the Rebecca Rose Hepburn pair that goes out to the lead, and they are dueling early, joined by White Josh, then Little Constance, Shattering Hearts, and Close to the Best, Leave No Stone, and Send Your Regards is the early trailer. So it is Between the Stars leading them by a neck. Sia is joined alongside that one. Little Constance is third, and then White Josh. Shattering Hearts is fifth, Close to the Best is sixth, and it's 7 lengths back to the last two, Leave No Stone and Send Your Regards. They've got half a mile left to run in the turf mile, and it is Between the Stars still dueling with his stablemate Sia. 2 lengths back to Little Constance in third. Shattering Hearts moves up to fourth. White Josh can't go with that one, Close to the Best, and Leave No Stone and Send Your Regards would have to make up 6 lengths just to get with the rest of the field. They're at the top of the lane. Between the Stars is cracked. Sia gets by that one, and now he's dueling back. Shattering Hearts is coming in between them. White Josh still there too. It is Sia now on the lead. Between the Stars and Shattering Hearts. White Josh is 2 back. It is going to be a close one in the turf mile. It's going to be a photo finish between 3 runners, the 2 Rebecca Rose Hepburn runners, and Shattering Hearts. The official winner is Shattering Hearts by a head. Nose. One of those things. Neck. Whatever. Shattering Hearts is a 3-year-old bay colt by Shatterdome out of Secret Smooches by Rillian. He was bred by the Steward and is owned by D.M. Henderson. This is his 8th win in 10 starts. Apparently this horse won as a 2-year-old last year. Who knew? Clearly didn't get that far in my preview. There's all sorts of horses defending their titles today. Now we're at the back half of our program with the ladies' route up next. Guys, there's no way I'm calling a 1.5 mile or a 2-mile race. That's just... like, do I have to? I don't want to. If anyone's keeping track, Sia was second, a nose ahead of Between the Stars. 8 horses in the ladies' route, and I will preview them in 2 minutes. Okay, time to talk about the ladies' route. This is a mile and a half on the dirt for $1 million, and number 1 is Wouldn't Do. Art Vandelay bred this one. Carl Smythe is the one that ended up with her. This is a 3-year-old daughter of Iron Spirit out of the Firefly mare Lovely, so the distance, not going to be an issue here. This filly is only 2 for 9 lifetime, but has only been off the board twice, coming off of a second place finish in the Pine Island Memorial Stakes. Number 2 is Powers That Be. Chris Bobby owns this one. Wouldn't have personally decided to put this horse here, and I can say that because I'm pretty sure I own it and am getting it back. Agent Keen is the dam. She was a 1.8 specialist. Oncoming Storm is the sire. He didn't like going long either. But this filly did win the Heartbreak Hill Stakes over a 1.5 miles 2 back, and that was a grade 2. That was her only stakes win, actually. Number 3 is my one and only. Matt Feldman owns this one and paid $1.3 million for her. This is a daughter of this moment, Out of Affection by Saratoga. 6 for 9 lifetime, and this filly has not won since the Grade 1 California Oaks Week 8, but that was a 1.25 miles and was third in the Grade 1 Z Princess Memorial. I wish I hadn't said that out loud. That was sad. Number 4 is Misty Mornings for Gigi Go Faster. This is a daughter of Easy on the Eyes out of a Sword mare, coming off a 4th place finish in the Grade 1 Loki Reflection against older fillies. Number 5 is Make Moments Count for Louise Bayou. This is a daughter of Salute out of the High Esteem mare Make It Great, so again, distance not going to be an issue. 8 for 18 lifetime, has only been off the board twice in all those 18 starts. This filly ran here last year and was second by 3 lengths behind Maple Leafs. No one was going to beat Maple Leafs that day. She did win 3 in a row earlier this year and is coming off a second. Number 6 is Once Upon a Dream for Danny Derby. This is a homebred with one of the best pedigrees on the card today. She's by Jack Skellington out of Wish Upon a Star, which makes her a half to all the things that win stuff. Filly is coming off of a win in the Grade 3 High Flyer 2 back. She did win the Long Island Acorn, which is the second or third most prestigious race for 3-year-old fillies. She ran really badly in the Louisville Oaks, but that was just way too short for her. And she was third last year in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies. Number 7 is Canadian Roses. And Canadian Roses could have been here, or she could have been in the distaff. She did win the Louisville Oaks earlier this year. Bred to go 1.25 miles, and there aren't 1.25 mile options for 3-year-old fillies this time of year. So what is she going to do? Was she going to go long? Was she going to go short? Brianna McKenzie, the owner, agonized over this decision with this daughter of Marilyn Million and ended up going long. She is coming off a win in the Pine Island Memorial. Lastly, we have Rejoinder. Susie Rydell managed to get this horse in. This is a daughter of Mint and Kenzie. Kenzie being the dam of something really good. I lied. Who am I thinking of? Oh, she's a daughter of Amber. Okay, I'm good now. This horse has won 4 in a row, including the Grade 1 Faith Unwavering Stakes. That was like kind of the original 1.5 mile dirt filly that this sim ever had. 8 for 13 lifetime. She is legit, and yeah, that's the field. Post time's in 2 minutes. Okay, back up. I said, "Is everyone silent in here?" And Laura said, "I'm making popcorn." And Tamara said, "I'm making cookies." And Poke said, "I'm getting a blanket." None of these people said, "I'm sending you a blanket with popcorn and cookies." Mean. It's post time for the ladies' route. Fillies and mares going 1.5 miles on the main track. They're off, and my one and only was one step slow, but it's a long race, and she is not too worried about it. Canadian Rose is going to the lead, now joined by that one, my one and only. Misty Mornings is third. Wouldn't Do, Make Moments Count, Powers That Be, Once Upon a Dream settles back second last, and Rejoinder is the early trailer. So it is my one and only who leads them early on, alongside with Canadian Roses. Those two 3-year-olds kick clear, with Misty Mornings back third by 2 lengths. Wouldn't Do is fourth, Make Moments Count, Powers That Be, Once Upon a Dream, and Rejoinder is last as they go under the wire the first time. They have 1 mile left to go, and it is my one and only leading by a length. Canadian Roses is second, 2 in front of Misty Mornings third, another length back to Wouldn't Do, then 3 to Make Moments Count in fifth. That one's got a length on Once Upon a Dream. Rejoinder is 7th, and Powers That Be is now the trailer, and they turn down the backside with 6 furlongs left to run. It is my one and only, no change in order, Canadian Roses, Misty Mornings, and Wouldn't Do. Then Make Moments Count, Once Upon a Dream, Rejoinder, and Powers That Be, who is asked the question now, and she starts to pick up the pace, but my one and only is 2 lengths in front on the front end. Canadian Roses is second, 3 lengths to Make Moments Count. Here comes Once Upon a Dream closing ground, Misty Mornings drops back, then Rejoinder. They're at the top of the lane now, and my one and only has led every step of the way. Canadian Roses is the first to crack. She loses her spot to Make Moments Count. Here comes Once Upon a Dream. Rejoinder there too. It is still my one and only, Make Moments Count, and then Once Upon a Dream. But my one and only had it all her own way today, and my one and only is going to cruise to the wire and win. Make Moments Count second, Once Upon a Dream third, then Canadian Roses and Rejoinder. The official winner is my one and only. She's a 3-year-old dark bay filly by This Moment, out of affection by Saratoga. She is owned by Matt Feldman and was bred by the Steward. She cost $1.3 million at auction, and her companion, Goat, is named Grumpy. That's amazing. This is Matt Feldman's 3rd Stewards Cup win, but his first thoroughbred one. And Matt has been playing since 1969. No, that's his birthday. Has been playing since 2011. Awkward. Next up, we have the marathon. Post times in 7 minutes, and there are 13 freaking horses. Oh gosh, there's a child. What does it want? What's it? Yeah, buddy. Sure, baby. Hold on. That was pretty nice, so I have to say yes. I'll be right back. I'm back, everybody. Child has blanket, all is well. But guys, they're seriously going to run out of movie in about 10 minutes. Okay, field of 13 and post times in 5 minutes, so wish me luck with this. Number 1 is Deep Sleep, owned by Brandon McNulty. This guy did run 6 in this race last year, but he's a known marathoner that really liked to win. No, that won the Long Island Classic 2 years back. Royally bred. Hopefully going to go to stud after this because, yowza, he's pretty. Number 2 is our favorite gelding of all time, and that is Eastern Westside. This guy has earned $7 million. He won the Louisville Derby. He won the Desert World Cup. He's going to run forever, and he has won 2 in a row, so good on ya, Eastern Westside. Number 3 is Ridgewood for Eric Nalbone. Talked a little bit yesterday about Eric Nalbone making a comeback, as if he needed to make a comeback. This is a son of Man of Mystery out of Corona. Coming off a loss behind Blue Bayou in the Summer Bird, but Blue Bayou's in the Classic, not here. Before that, Ridgewood did win the movie Marathon Stakes, and he is 12 for 20 lifetime. Thunder Run is number 4. Art Vandelay bred this one, and Andrew James is the owner. This is a son of After the Disco. He is coming off a pair of third-place finishes, and before that won the Ever the Same Stakes. He's a hard-knocking type. I've talked about him before. He probably actually prefers a 1.25 miles, but he's not good enough to run in a race like the Classic, so it was either like, do you go to Japan or South America, or do you run here? Number 5 is Mohawk. This is a son of Grant that costs $6.8 million as a yearling. Poke Buffalo owns him, 10 for 35 lifetime, and has been in the top 3 spots 24 times, just a few dollars short of $1 million in earnings. This guy is coming off a second-place finish in the Maximus Stakes. Number 6 is Rollin' in the Deep. Rollin' in the Deep. Okay, I'm good. This is a son of Adele and Man of Mystery. Louise Bayou owns him, 12 for 28 lifetime. He's earned $1.6 million. He was running short for a while because he doesn't really have like a distance that he prefers. So now he's, he went short. He went 2 miles. He won the Scott Island Memorial earlier this year. He cut back to 1.25 miles. He's just kind of all over the map. Obviously, he fits here with this group, and he's always right there at the end. Number 7 is Out North. This is actually the younger brother to Eastern Westside, and he's here because why not? Number 8 is Nerved Obeisance? Obeisance? What is this word? I can't spell. Obeisance? Yeah, it's a word. Steve Levitt owns this one. It's a 5-year-old son of Salute out of a literature mare, so distance not going to be an issue. This is a grade 2 winner last out in the Prefamagups, and that is the original marathoning colt in the sim. Why? Okay, buddy, mommy's working.
Loser, and loser is a bad word.
It is. Loser's a really bad word, huh?
Grandma said in Dolores.
Okay. Number 9 is Into the Fire, and this is a Steward bred, costs $3.5 million. Everyone's favorite globe-trotting Welshman, Vincent Vincent Barrett. Coming off a 5th place finish in the Coyote Lakes Handicap, this guy likes to go to the lead and wing it, and if he does get an easy lead, he's hard to beat. He has not won since the Sunny Sky Classic earlier this year. This is another one that, he runs well in these long races. He was 3rd in the Stewards Cup last year, beating only a head and a neck, but he also runs well going short, with his last win being 1 mile and an 1/8. Number 10 is Outlander for Danny Derby, and I bred this one to win something huge. And he's now 5, and it hasn't happened. Outlander, it is time for you to come through for us, coming off of a win in the Grade 1 Peru Jockey Club. Number 11 is Cheru, and this is a horse, again, that Danny owns that I bred to win the Derby, and he didn't do that. He finished 9th. Then he was supposed to win the Long Island Classic, didn't do that, finished 6th. He did win the Canadian Derby, which is not the same thing, and hopefully he's just going to either win this and go be unbeaten next year, or he's going to go win the World Cup, or he's going to do something because he's kind of disappointing us. Number 12 is Hail the King. Pete Bella owns this one. He's a son of Messiah. Costs $6.5 million, and he's only earned back $500,000, but he is 9 for 24 lifetime and has only been off the board twice? 3 times? Math is hard. Coming off 2 straight wins. Lastly, and rounding out the field is Encrypted Hello for Gigi Go Faster. Bred by the Steward, this is a brother to a whole bunch of horses that love to go long, like Host, and there's a bunch of them. I can't remember what their names are. But this horse did win this race last year, so he is the defending champion. Apparently that's a good thing to be this year. The only worry about him is that he ran in a grade 3 last out and finished 4th. That was behind Narrow, Synthesasia, and Not a Jack but a Llama. That's your field for the marathon, 2 miles on the main track. Betting pool closes at only $8,600 because you're all lame at betting today. They're off in the marathon. It was a good break for all 13 runners except for Nerved Obeisance, who is out last. Into the Fire shows speed as expected, and he goes out on the front end. Deep Sleep is taken back second, then Rollin' in the Deep. Ridgewood is fourth, and Encrypted Hello, then Thunder Run, Out North, Outlander, Eastern West Side, Cheru, Mohawk, Hail the King, and Nerved Obeisance is the early trailer. So they've got 1 mile and 6 furlongs left to go with Into the Fire leading by a length. Deep Sleep is second, 2 back to Rollin' in the Deep, and Ridgewood, who are alongside each other, third and fourth. Then comes the defending champion, Encrypted Hello. Thunder Run is sixth, Out North, Outlander, Eastern West Side, Cheru, Mohawk, Hail the King, and Nerved Obeisance is still the trailer. So they come around the turn and to the top of the lane, but don't get excited, they have another lap to go. It is Into the Fire, and he leads by a length and a half, unchallenged early. Long Island Classic winner Deep Sleep is second. He's got 3 lengths on Ridgewood third. Then comes Rollin' in the Deep and Encrypted Hello. Thunder Run is sixth. Out North, Outlander, Eastern West Side, Cheru, Mohawk, Nerved Obeisance picks up a spot, and Hail the King has dropped out last. No change in order yet. It is still Into the Fire on an easy lead out here, taking them along at a good clip with Deep Sleep second. 3 back to Ridgewood third, then Rollin' in the Deep and Encrypted Hello. Thunder Run, Out North, Outlander, Eastern West Side, Cheru, Mohawk, Nerved Obeisance, and Hail the King. They now turn down the backside with only 6 furlongs left to go, and Into the Fire, he leads by 2. Deep Sleep, Ridgewood gets closer. He's now in second. Encrypted Hello is fourth. Rollin' in the Deep has dropped out. Thunder Run, Out North, Cheru, Eastern West Side gets asked to go, but he's not doing enough yet. Outlander and Mohawk, they've got half a mile left to go, and Into the Fire is feeling the pressure now as Deep Sleep, Ridgewood, and Encrypted Hello all surround him. Eastern West Side is gaining ground. Thunder Run trying to get going. They're coming to the top of the lane, and Into the Fire is battling back now, but Ridgewood is alongside. Encrypted Hello on the rail, and Deep Sleep Into the Fire, but Ridgewood looks him in the eye, and Ridgewood starts to pull away, and Ridgewood kicks clear in the marathon. Into the Fire is going to battle back to be second. Encrypted Hello third, then Deep Sleep and Eastern West Side. The official winner is Ridgewood. He's a 5-year-old chestnut horse by Man of Mystery out of Corona by Awake As I Am. He's a homebred for Eric Nalbone, and he is 13 for 20 lifetime. This horse has had quite the career. He won the Stewards Cup Juvenile 4 years ago. 3, math is hard. He won the Queen's Derby. He won the Los Campeones Classic. We've had all sorts of defending champions win today. 3 races left to go with the distaff up next. Post time's in 6 minutes. I'm going to take a break. Oh gosh, there's 14 of them. That's not happening. I'm going to take a break and you guys get your bets in. There's good news and bad news, guys. As predicted, the Lorax is ending. So they're going to come in here. But we also only have half an hour until the year is over. So that's exciting. Took a swig of my drink. I still sound like a frog, but I'm getting a bit better. And so let's quickly go through the distaff field with 5 minutes to go. There are 14 runners in this race, and weirdly enough, only 2 of the 14 are millionaires. You just normally would think it'd be more than that just because they're all so classy. But maybe that's the problem, right? Number 1 is Good Girl Faith. Michael Looker owns this one. It's a daughter of James Dean and Style, coming off of a win in the Grade 1 Loki Reflection, and before that she won the Grade 1 Midsummer Oaks, so very live shot here. Promise Promise is number 2. Donnie Hidalgo is racing this one for Elise Peverell, a daughter of Doctor out of the awesome sword mare Promise, coming off of 2 straight wins, including the Grade 1 Manastique. Number 3 is Secret of All Secrets. James Dean owns this one. James Dean is the sire of this one. Mike Bryant is the owner and breeder. He raced this horse's Dam, best kept secret, to $800,000 in earnings. She is coming off 2 straight wins, including the Grade 1 Fading Star Stakes. Number 4 is Soul of a Champion, and this one is the sister to Heart of the Storm by Halloween Town, which you may recall originally didn't sell at the first yearling sale that she was in. For whatever reason, the bids shook out and no one had a bid on her. She did get wheeled back into the 2-year-old sale, and she sold for over $17 million. So, wah to anyone who thought they had a chance on that one. Laura Ferguson owns this one's coming off of a victory in the Kentucky Ground Distaff. To be fair, she's nice. She's won 9 of 20, but she's only earned $1 million of that $17 million, so that's sad. Number 5 is Even the Best for Brandon McNulty. This is a daughter of Scanlon. That is not a name you see very often. This one is coming off a 2nd place finish in the Pristine Stakes, and that was a Grade 1 6 for 16 lifetime. Number 6 is Sky Will Burn. Erin Sanderson owns this one out of her famous mare, Stars Will Dance. This is a daughter of You Are Not Alone. She has not won since week 7 of this year. That was a Grade 2 in the slop. Number 7 is Kiss in Shadows, and this is another expensive purchase. This filly cost $15 million. She's by Heart of the Storm out of my best mare, Just One Kiss. This filly is coming off a 2nd place finish in the Canadian Sorority, and the filly that won that race, for some reason that is inexplicable, is not in the distaff this year, even though she won a Stewards Cup last year. She wins a different race tonight. Why isn't she here? This filly did win the Grade 1 Toronto City Stakes and the Grade 1 Toronto Oaks earlier this year. 5 for 9 lifetime for Todd Lucas. Number 8 is Lettin' Me Be Myself. John Exet has already sprung 1 upset today, and this is a daughter of Tahoe coming off a win in the Grade 1 Pristine Stakes. 5 for 13 lifetime, but only $300,000 earned. Number 9 is Il Mio Amore. Pete Vela owns and bred this one, and I would pay about $15 million to buy this one right now. 9 for 14 lifetime. Highest speed figure is a 97, coming off of a win in the Grade 1 Rags to Riches. Number 10 is Heart of the Matter. Danny Derby owns this one. This is another sibling to Heart of the Storm. This one is by Gryffindor. She cost $10 million as a foal, coming off 2 straight wins, including the Grade 1 Saratoga Oaks and the Grade 2 Indiana Oaks. Number 11 is Heart on the Line. This is a daughter of Heart of the Storm out of Timeless. 6 for 7 lifetime, coming off a victory in the Wish Upon a Star Stakes. The filly that lost to her that day, my one and only, you may remember, did just win the Ladies Route 2 races ago. Number 12 is Kiss from Above. Cost $5.5 million as a 2-year-old. This is a daughter of Hold Above. A little bit surprised to see her in here because you'd think she would have gone to the ladies' route for Susie Rydell. 8 for 18 lifetime, getting close to the $1 million earning mark, and 2 back won the Grade 1 Rambunctious 2. Number 13, I can't believe I'm going to fit them all in, is Tight Little Skirt. This is another daughter of James Dean out of the distaff winning mare Breathe In. She has been 2nd twice in a row, and before that won the Grade 1 Inglewood Oaks, Grade 2 Inglewood Oaks for Mike Eaton. Last but not least, we have Ziva, and Ziva is a 4-year-old daughter of Rambling, and she is the sister to Ridgewood, who won the last race, which was the marathon. She won the Grade 1 Kadoja earlier this year. She won the Stewards Cup filly and juvenile fillies 2 years ago. I'm like 90% sure that was Eric's last Stewards Cup win. So anyway, it is post time for the $2 million Stewards Cup distaff. And I love that the betting pool is $114,000. Good job, guys. Tamara, that's all you. They're off in the distaff, and Ziva stumbled at the start, so too did Kiss from Above, but the rest were away well. There is going to be a lot of speed early. Heart of the Matter goes to the lead, joined by Soul of a Champion and Secret of All Secrets. Then Kiss in Shadows, Even the Best, Il Mio Amore, Sky Will Burn, then Let Me Be Myself. They're tightly grouped out here. Promise, Promise, Heart on the Line, Ziva, Tight Little Skirt, Kiss from Above, and Good Girl Faith is the early trailer. They go swinging into the clubhouse turn, and it is Heart of the Matter leading by ahead. Soul of a Champion duels with that one, then Kiss in Shadows third. Secret of All Secrets, Even the Best, and Promise, Promise, then Let Me Be Myself, Il Mio Amore, Sky Will Burn, Heart on the Line, Ziva, Tight Little Skirt, Kiss from Above, and Good Girl Faith. They run down the backside with 5 furlongs left to go, and no change in order yet. It is still a duel up front between Heart of the Matter and Soul of a Champion. Then comes Kiss in Shadows, and that one's getting closer now. Secret of All Secrets, Even the Best, and Promise, Promise, Let Me Be Myself, Il Mio Amore, Sky Will Burn, Heart on the Line, Ziva. They've got 3 furlongs left to run, and we have a new leader, and that is Kiss in Shadows. And Kiss in Shadows is kicking clear now. Kiss in Shadows opened up by 2, now 3. Il Mio Amore is up in the second, chasing that one. Heart of the Matter is done. Promise, Promise threading her way between horses. Sky Will Burn, they're at the top of the stretch, and it is Kiss in Shadows trying to kick away. Il Mio Amore comes to her though. Sky Will Burn, and here's Promise, Promise on the outside, and Promise, Promise has a head full of steam. It's Kiss in Shadows, Il Mio Amore, but Promise, Promise nails him on the line, and Promise, Promise will upset the distaff. Kiss in Shadows second, Il Mio Amore third, then Sky Will Burn and Heart on the Line. The official winner of the distaff is Promise, Promise. She's a 4-year-old gray filly by Doctor Out of Promise by Sword. She is owned by Donnie Hidalgo and was bred by the Steward. She is now 5 for 11 lifetime, and Shirley will probably retire. We have 2 races left to go, with the turf being in 8 minutes, and I need to go put on an episode of Trolls before the kids come in here and ask questions. Be right back. Time to talk about the Stewards Cup turf. This is a 1.5 miles on the grass worth $4 million. We have a field of 10. Leading them off on the rail is Only Me for Lucas Davenport. This is a son of King of Monsters. He cost $2.5 million. 12 for 16 lifetime, and I really like this horse and the way he's coming in here. He's coming in off 2 straight Grade 1 wins. Seriously, I turned on the Trolls movie for you. What?
I'll play.
That's fine. Please don't bother me. That's fine. I don't care. Has run a highest lifetime speed figure of a 100, and I assume since Lucas owns this one that win, lose, or draw, he'll be back next year, and I'm excited about that. Number 2 is Fireproof for Laura Ferguson. This guy is the son of Ianto, which, by the way, is the name of my orange cat, and that will be a question in a little bit. This guy coming off a 5th place finish in the Arc, which he did win last year. He rebounded from the Arc to run 7th in the Stewards Cup. So hopefully it goes the other way for Laura this year. This guy is 11 for 20 lifetime. He costs 7.6 million, but he has earned 6.2. Number 3 is Speak with Fists for Ryan Whitehead. This is a son of Kingsman out of a two-toned mare, coming off 2 straight victories, including the Canadian Breeder Stakes. This guy is only 3. He is 5 for 8 lifetime, and he is a mean horse in Daybreak. Number 4 is End of a Hero for Brian Levitt. Brian already ate with a winner today, and this is another homebred. This is a son of Black Tide, who did sire our filly and mare turf winner, 3 for 8 lifetime, but has earned $1 million. Won the Virginia Turf Cup earlier this year and the Stewards Cup last year. Number 5 is Summerlin for Nina Olson, and this guy was second in the ARC, missed by only a length and a half. Before that, he won the Chicago Million, the Miami Turf Handicap, the Desert Turf Classic. Somehow this horse is already 4. This guy did win the Stewards Cup Turf last year, and we've seen a bunch of defending champions win again this year, so maybe it'll be what he does. That was English. Number 6 is Thunder Bay for Laura Ferguson. This is a son of Coleman Hell out of Just Me, which makes him a brother to number 1 Only Me. Thunder Bay is coming off of a second place finish in the English St. Ledger, but before that he'd won the Irish Derby, the London Derby, and the German Derby, so that's quite the little triple crown. He did take 3 tries to break his maiden, but yeah, he's legit. Number 7 is Night's Quiet for Willie Carson. This is a son of Batoko and Shahira. 9 for 14 lifetime, $3 million earned, coming off a 6th place finish in the ARC, but earlier this year did win the Desert Turf Classic. Number 8 is Night March for Kane Saracen. Night March is a homebred. He finished 3rd in the ARC, and before that he won the Grade 1 Worldwide Stakes. I feel like Kane was retiring this horse, and now he's hedging towards not retiring him. This guy's earned $4.9 million. He's a son of Catassin Black. 10 for 19 lifetime, has only been off the board twice, and is a multi-grade 1 winner this year. Number 9 is Quieter Time for John Exet, who already has a winner today. This guy has won his last 2 starts. Last year he was 2nd in the Stewards Cup, beaten less than a length, 2nd in the ARC, beaten a length. He did win the Stewards Cup / maybe the ARC, I forget which one, 2 years ago. He's now 5. You have to assume this is his last race and that we will all want to breed to him shortly. Rounding out the field, we have number 10, Bengal for Bradley Davis. This guy is 6, but it feels like he's about 10 because he shows up in this race every year. Or it seems like it anyway. His last win did come week 9, and that was in the Limpopo Trophy, Grade 2 race in South Africa. 13 for 24 lifetime, and he does round out the field. That is the Stewards Cup Turf, 10 horses set to go a mile and a half in 3 minutes. One minute to post for the Stewards Cup Turf. The betting pool's only at $48,000. You guys can do better than that. Go place your bets. Said lovingly. I feel like we get to this point in the year and we got the 2 biggest races of the year still to go, and everyone's like, just post the results already. That was probably not the best choice for my voice. Hey, for a headshot, what's the name of my orange cat? Loretta, you win! Good job. You win a headshot. Freckle. I wish his name was Freckle. That's amazing. Good job, guys. I told you that would be a contest question. Now it's time for the Stewards Cup turf. Mile and a half on the grass, worth $4 million. They're off in the turf, and Quieter Time was one step slow, but the rest were away well. It is Summerland who goes right out to the lead. Speak with Fists and End of a Hero. Then Night's Quiet, Only Me, Thunder Bay, Quieter Time, Night March, Fireproof, and Bengal is the early trailer. They enter the stretch for the first time, and they come down past us. It is Summerland dueling with Speak with Fists and End of a Hero 3 wide. Those three are two in front of Night's Quiet, then Only Me, Thunder Bay, Quieter Time, Night March, Fireproof, and Bengal is still the trailer as they go under the wire with 1 mile left to go. We have a new leader, and that is Speak with Fists. He's kicked clear to lead by a length over Summerland, who's second, another length back to End of a Hero third. Night's Quiet sit fourth, 4 lengths off the leaders, with Only Me alongside, then Thunder Bay. Night March has dropped 7 lengths behind that one. Quieter Time would have a lot to make up, then Fireproof, and Bengal is the trailer. No change in order, but they are quite strung out over 16 lengths with Speak with Fists leading. Summerland is second, then End of a Hero and Night's Quiet. Only Me, Thunder Bay, Night March, Quieter Time, Fireproof tries to get closer, and Bengal is still the trailer. They are at the half-mile pole now and Speak with Fists, but his lead is diminishing. Here comes Night's Quiet with a big run. Night's Quiet swooping up on the outside, Only Me coming on, Summerland not going with them, End of a Hero is done, and then Thunder Bay. They're at the top of the lane, and Speak with Fists has cracked. The leader is Night's Quiet. Only Me trying to run him down. Thunder Bay is in third, then Quieter Time coming on. Night March is finally getting involved. It is Night's Quiet, though, and he leads by a length. Only Me can't get to him, and it is going to be Night's Quiet to win the turf. Only Me has to settle for second. Thunder Bay is third. Quieter Time, Night March, and Speak with Fists. The official winner is Night's Quiet. He's a 4-year-old black colt by a Toko out of Shahira by Frade. He is owned by Willie Carson and was bred by the Steward. This is his 10th win in 15 starts, and his companion goat is named Radar. Apparently this horse won the Bunbury, so he's another defending champion. They're like non-stop today. This has never happened in sim history. Next up, we have the last race of the day, and that is the Stewards Cup Classic. This is the big one on the year. 10 colts will go 1.25 miles for $6 million, and let's get right to it. Number 1 is Walking Stick. Abe Froman owns this one. He paid $5.8 million for him. He's been a bit of a disappointment. He's only earned $1.1 million back, but he is 10 for 16 lifetime. He has run as high as a 98 this year, and that was week 7. Since then, he has won 3 straight, and he's won 6 in a row. So, number 2 is Sleeping Citizens. This is a 3-year-old by Hero, who is a stallion none of you are using, but I really like, out of an Amador mare. Howard Cake owns this one, and it's also a really good song by Palo Alto if you ever want to go listen to it. 3 for 10 lifetime, coming off of a 2nd place finish in the Arcadia Classic, but that was only a neck behind 0. Number 3 is Gladiator for Chris Bobby, and Chris Bobby said something interesting to me either last night or this morning, I don't remember, but remember yesterday her horse, the People's Horse, won by 4 lengths in the juvenile and was like really awesome and is the favorite for the Derby and all that jazz, and she was like, yeah, that was good, but I'd really like Gladiator to win because he's a homebred, and it's just more special when he's a homebred. So Gladiator has won 3 in a row. Last year he was 2nd in this race by a half length to Nowitzki. He was 2nd by a neck to Tarasenko in the Desert World Cup this year. That was his lone loss, and Tarasenko is not here. Number 4 is Kingdom Come, and this is this year's Louisville Derby winner for Nene Hunter. He is coming off 2 straight wins, both in Grade 1 races. He was 6th in the Baltimore Crown and 5th in the Long Island Classic, but I think it's established that he wants 10 panels, and he gets 10 panels today. Huh. Silence Fallen. What happened to him? Why didn't he run? Random rabbit hole. Because Rose legit just full on didn't enter him this week? What is that? Someone send her a nasty message for me. Yeah, so, okay. Number 5 is Philadelphia Eagle for Eric Nalbone. This is a son of Hold Above out of Philadelphia who's related to Corona and Whitney and all those animals. Coming off a 4th place finish in the Long Island Gold Cup between a whole bunch of really good horses. 7 for 12 lifetime, very lightly raced 4-year-old. This guy has been a graded stakes winner every year that he has run, and he did win the Grade 1 Caribbean Classic last year. Number 6 is Nowitzki, owned by Steve Levitt. This guy is a son of Keyboard Courage out of the Ice and Fire mare Neapolitan. He did upset the Stewards Cup Classic last year. He'd been knocking on the door for 2 years before that, so it was nice to see him get a big one. He was 3rd last out in the Long Island Gold Cup, and 2 back he did win the Starting Rumor Stakes. Number 7 is Some Superhero for Nina Olson, named after a Coldplay song. This guy is a son of Mint. He's only a 3-year-old, and he's coming off of a 2nd place finish in the Canadian Fraternity behind Just a Moment, who is not here. He did win the Prince of Peace Stakes before that, and the Queen's Derby as well, so 2/3 of the Canadian Triple Crown. I really like him, and I hope that he wins lots of money for Nina, because yay. Number 8 is Blue Bayou, and this is Danny Derby's homebred, who won the Louisville Derby 2 years back. He was 3rd in the Baltimore Crown, 2nd in the Long Island Classic, then he won the Midsummer and the Alexander Derby. He finished 3rd in this race last year, but he was only beaten a half length for the victory, and since then he has gone 3 for 4, including his last 2 starts. I have it on good authority that Blue Bayou will be running next year, but he may or may not contest the Pegasus. Number 9 is Prince Louder, and this is an Aaron Sanderson runner that was bred by Art Vandelay, a son of Hold Above out of a Harry Potter mare named Enchanted Tiki Room. This guy has been boggling because he did win the Baltimore Crown last year. He won the Queen's Derby last year. That was over 1.25 miles. He won the Awesome Derby. That was over 1.25 miles. He won the Long Island Gold Cup coming into this. That was over 1.25 miles. But his best races and speed figures just seem to come when he goes a bit shorter. Does he like it long? Does he like it short? 11 for 15 lifetime. Either way, he's had a spectacular career. I don't know if Erin decided whether or not to retire him. I know she was going to, and then she wanted to run in the other thing called Pegasus, so I don't know. Erin, what's your plan here? Do you have a plan here? Number 10, and rounding out the field, is Follow Your Fate. Mike Bryant owns this one, and this guy is named after Dancing with Fate, who won the Bluegrass Stakes in real life a couple years ago. This guy is the Nowitzki of his year. He's only 3 for 10 lifetime, but he's still earned $1 million. He keeps knocking on the door. Has not won since he was a 2-year-old, like week 14 of last year, but he has been 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. So one day, he's going to win one of these, and we're all going to go, oh man, we knew it. Will that be today? Time will tell. 2 minutes to post for the final race of the year, the Stewards Cup Classic. Please get your bets in, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. One minute to post for the Stewards Cup Classic. And it is time for a contest. This is for another headshot. Headshot, headshot, headshot. The question is, 3 fillies or mares have won the Stewards Cup Classic. There are none in it this year, but please type the names of the 3 fillies or mares to win it. Hurry up, because I have to call the race. Who wants a headshot? Apparently nobody. You should have had this open. Dinosaurs, Butterfly, and Soldier Girl. I really wish that a filly named Dinosaurs would win the Classic. Someone make that happen. Laura Smith, you are the winner. Even though you still can't type. Because we're all having issues. Wait, what do you mean Tamara? I don't think so. You can't even spell Tamara. This night is going awesome, guys. Alright, the betting pool has closed for the Stewards Cup Classic. The final race of the year has a betting pool of $164,000. They're off in the Classic, and Prince Louder stumbled at the start. Blue Bayou was a step slow, as was Kingdom Come, so the 2 Derby winners were slow out of the gate, and Sleeping Citizens goes right to the lead. Gladiator is going to press the pace behind that one, and Philadelphia Eagle takes back third. Then comes Kingdom Come, Follow Your Fate, Prince Louder, and Some Superhero. Blue Bayou is taken back 8th, Walking Stick is 9th, and Nowitzki is the early trailer. They come under the wire the first time with 1 lap left to go, and it is Sleeping Citizens. He leads by a length. Gladiator tracks that one, and he is a looming presence on the outside, with Philadelphia Eagle 3rd, then Kingdom Come. Follow Your Fate is 5th, Prince Louder and Some Superhero, then Blue Bayou, but he's only 3 lengths off the leaders. Walking Stick is 9th, and the defending champion Nowitzki is the trailer. It is Sleeping Citizens who turns down the backside to lead them by a length and a half. Philadelphia Eagles up in the second now. Gladiator takes back third, but the pace is still good. Kingdom Come is 4th, then Follow Your Fate, Some Superhero, Prince Louder, Walking Stick picks up a spot, Blue Bayou lets him go, and Nowitzki is still the trailer. No change in order early in the Stewards Cup Classic. We've got about half the race left to run. It is Sleeping Citizens, Philadelphia Eagle, Gladiator, Kingdom Come, Follow Your Fate, Some Superhero, Prince Louder, Walking Stick, and Blue Bayou. We have a new leader now in the Classic, and it is Gladiator. He's let go, and Gladiator takes over. Here comes Kingdom Come passing Sleeping Citizens. The closers are coming on too. Follow Your Fate, Blue Bayou, and Walking Stick. Nowitzki trying to get involved. Prince Louder is done. They're at the top of the stretch, and the leader is Gladiator. Blue Bayou's up in the second. Walking Stick is third. Kingdom Come is right there in between them, and here's Nowitzki too. It is Gladiator, and he's trying to hold them off. Blue Bayou and Walking Stick, Kingdom Come and Nowitzki. It is Gladiator. Walking Stick looks him in the eye, and Walking Stick pushes ahead. We're going to have an upset. It's Walking Stick in the Stewards Cup Classic by a head. Gladiator second, Blue Bayou third, Kingdom Come fourth, Nowitzki, Follow Your Fate, and Sleeping Citizens. The official winner of the Stewards Cup Classic is Walking Stick. He's a 4-year-old bay colt by Be Prepared out of Chocolate by East. He was bred by the Steward and is owned by Abe Froman. He has won 11 of 17 starts, and he has a cat named Spooky, and I have a cat named Spooky, and I've got to the point of the night where I sound shrill because my voice is so far gone. So, yay for Abe! Guess what, guys? Foals are due on Friday at noon Pacific, and that is also Oaks Day, so if you're like me, you're going to be done before then. And then it'll be year 50, like actual year 50. Yay! Wow, I really need to stop talking. Thanks all for being here this year. So excited for 50 more years in the future, or 51, or whatever it is. Math is hard. And hope you had fun. Keep your heads up. And hope you have a great break. Don't forget to form some partnerships. And that's all. Farewell.